Yeah, so what a night. I just woke up. Um, so I've had what I best can describe is like restless leg in the whole body and different parts of the body. It's like itching under the skin. It's like a inability to stay still or to get to or access the discomfort or the itchiness. Um, so yeah, it came on stronger than I ever remember. It can be a different kind of strong when it's in the whole body. So I remember a meditation retreat at Spirit Rock that happened and how profound it was to stay still. There was like a shift in the whole visual field after 45 minutes of just sitting and taking it, take it, take it, take it. And I was taking it like the intention of the orientation at that time was um, the stillness of this body supports the meditation of all the bodies in the building. So just take it, just stay still and just take it, just take it, just take it. Um, and there were like two pops at that retreat. So I don't remember which one happened with this. This might have been the one where suddenly the visual field was completely grayscale. There was no color. And and it was like a sea of Buddhas, but it was a sea of dead Buddhas. It was a sea of Buddha monuments, like all the bodies, like a veteran cemetery, but Buddhas, monuments, all beings, Buddhas. Um, so so this wasn't full body. It was in the arms and a little bit up into the throat, and it came on fast and hard. And if there was a really, really intense concentration, I don't know if it was concentration. I'm going to say it the other way that feels more accurate, which is lack of distraction in thought. So complete absorption in the sensation. Um, it wouldn't stop, but it would become blissful somehow. That felt like it required a lot of energy. And then there was also just experiencing it unchanged, unfiltered, unworked with, like just the pure, absolute intolerability of it. And then there was moving, push-ups, pull-ups, punching, stretching. It might have been rubbing the arms, but it was mainly like jerky, trying to use the muscles. Um, and then the cognitive framework, the mental framework of the the arms having been knelt on during abuse multiple times in life, early childhood and then later, because someone in the life witnessed the original version and then did the same thing later in life. Um, so there was like a recognition of that mentally, of that, um, and the initial impulse to fight. It was how to explain it? Spontaneous. Like as a child, the body couldn't help but fight. It just was doing that, and then the arms were knelt on as a result to stop the fighting. So the fighting I couldn't help it. The body was just fighting. Um, and it ended up that I was curled up on my knees, under my knees, and my hand and my head down on the bed, like there's this little ball, um, for a couple hours probably. There were moments of coming out of it and like checking and then going back. Um, Not that that means anything, but yeah, the restless energy is no joke. It's no joke. It's wild, wild, wild. And now, yeah, there's remembering like sometimes the coming out and sleeping on the couch when married or when we had two bedrooms sleeping in the room was that it like it was feeling that the body was feeling that it needed to move. I could not lay there. The body needed to move. And at a certain point, the partner started taking offense, whatever he was going through, and the relapse and the anger and the everything that was happening for him. He it could not stand. He could not tolerate that this leaving the room. And then one night, like following me around the house, like just hovering over, and that was the end of the relationship. Couldn't snap him out of it, and he was escalating. This body was escalating, and ended up the only person in the middle of the night that I knew would answer if I called was my mom. So I ended up calling her and putting her on speaker. This thing is happening. I just need a witness to break the spell to make it stop, and it did. Then my partner stopped. Yeah. But that, the confluence probably of trauma bodies, right? This body, I cannot stay still. I cannot stay here. Plus, there would be experiences also of with the dissociative disorder where there'd be like, there's a grown man in the bed and I don't know who it is. So just laying there frozen also. I know I'm supposed to know who this is, but I don't know who this is. I'm feeling like a child body. So that like it's innocent. It was unavoidable or whatever in this body, and then whatever traumas in his body. If the it seemed, and I can't know for sure, but it seemed feeling rejected or um yeah, like this person was like somehow retaliating or something. I don't know what his thinking or the beliefs in his trauma were, but I didn't know this is what it's going to be talked about. But um yeah, it just like reached a fever pitch as it can and does commonly actually in relationships. And it's so innocent. It's so innocent. So yeah, so that was last night. And there was also a moment of thinking of TRE, like if and when it moves up the body, all what that might tend to or release or whatever. Because there was like also just trying to shake the arms and today I have a TRE group. Yeah. And it's funny feeling, I don't know where there is also resistance to going to group. It's similar, like it's been happening with other groups, the resistance that I don't want to. So yeah, I might have had like a 2 year honeymoon or something, and um It's digging in another round of like deeper. There was tons of deep work done before the shift, before the awakening. So much. And now there's like maybe more that was more a lot of that was more relational and mental and emotional. This is like much, much more purely physical. And then on top of it, the opening up, like here in the falling away, there's like just being other energies, like encountering other energies and it being what this is now. I hadn't really, I don't know if it had come, oh yeah, the idea had come up. I don't know if I had said it like this past weekend, spending the weekend with a friend, and then I think it was maybe coming home but this phrase, like, I hate people, and it didn't feel familiar, and wondering if it was the energy of the friend. Um, yeah, can't really know. I didn't like feel his wholeness in this body like I have with my friends, where I actually feel them inside, like feel their faces, feel their expressions, feel their bodies, their movements in this body. I didn't have that, so I don't know. But there also might have been a little bit more selfing in relationship to him than there is with my friends, a little bit more attempting to defend or resist or something. I think there was. That can still happen, it's still possible, which is also probably related to this yeah, this next layer is like what hasn't been set totally free. In that moment, are those moments of going right into the restless leg in the arms, the agitation in the arms, like everything else falling away. There was also a thought of the beauty and the gift of it, that um, it could not be ignored, it could not be stopped, it could not be changed. It had to be faced. And even though it was so, so, so uncomfortable, there was a moment of recognition of the beauty of that. And there's like fear, sadness, love right now, as it said. And that is what assault is like, especially when it's a loved one. It's fear, sadness, love, and no escape. Like it can end up, that's when there's no escaping. Hey, my TRE group is starting.